Happy New Year, tankers. Ryan here from GaleForceNine. I hope the new year brings new victories on your battlefields. I've enjoyed reading all of your battle reports on the social media and seeing some of the awesome battlefields created for some epic tank battles. With Wave 3 just over the horizon, I want to show you how I'd go about bringing the full World of Tanks experience from the desktop to your tabletop using some of our awesome battlefield in a box terrain. I'm going to recreate the well-known map Prokhorovka. Let's get right into it. Based loosely off the historical location of the Battle of Prokhorovka, this 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer map is very open with clumps of concealment, but has some very defining terrain features. Train tracks run right down the center, and a small village sits next to a rail crossing, opposite a central ridgeline that splits the map in half. I decide I want to replicate this center section with a little bit of the village to fight over and some open terrain over the other side of the train tracks for maneuvering. Now, the quickest and easiest way to make your own version of Prokhorovka is to pick up the Summer Game Mat Prokhorovka, available on the World of Tanks website. This map comes right out of the game, with one side being open fields to add your own terrain, and the other with some terrain printed onto the mat, so you're good to go right out of the box. But if you want a super detailed 3-dimensional battlefield, we can use our range of Battlefield in a Box products. To start with, let's swap out our gaming mat. This is the brown/city gaming mat, which has city streets on one side and this dry grass on the other side. I've chosen this purely for the colour, so pick a mat that you like the look of. I've marked out my 3x3 square with some dice, so now I'm ready to start adding some key features of the map. I'll start with some rural roads and some train tracks, along with some elements of the rural road expansion set. The rail crossing sits right in the centre of the map and will be an important feature in my recreation, so I'll start with that and build out the roads and rails from there. Alright, I think that's looking good. Next, I've got some buildings from the Battlefield in a Box range, and I'm going to decide where I'm placing my village. I've got some of the rural farm buildings, and I also have some of the ruined buildings, which give off a little bit more of a war-torn look if that's what you're going for. Next up, I'll add some foliage. The small summer woods are perfect for this, so I'll add some lines of trees along the sides of the railway and a couple of trees in the village. Make sure to discuss how the trees impact the game with your opponent to avoid confusion. I'll treat these tree lines like long skinny forest terrain, offering concealment in the game. Another small detail are some rocks on the centre ridge line that provide enough cover to hide a tank if necessary. The Battlefield in a Box rocky outcroppings, although some of them might be a little bit out of scale, smaller ones work perfectly here. Last up, I'm going to add some rural fields and fences to tidy the village up and complete the look. And with that, I reckon we have a pretty good recreation of a section of Prokhorovka, straight out of the online game. Simple as that. We've brought the game from desktop to your tabletop. To take it one step further, you could discuss with your opponent how some of the terrain features may impact your gameplay. For example, the train tracks in the game are on an embankment, so you could treat the railway as a long hill terrain to provide cover and allow your tanks to get hulled down. Combined with an objective right on the crossroads, you have yourself a challenging and exciting assault game all ready to go. Have any of you guys made some awesome battlefields, either from the online game or from your own imagination, that have resulted in some close and epic battles? We want to see them. Head over to our Facebook page and share your battlefields and your battle reports, and stay up to date with the latest news while you're at it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the battlefield. Roll out.